Oh hey guys, didn't see you there. My name's Jake Bjornby, doing my first YouTube debut on Iron Nation. That's my new YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And basically I'm just going to talk a little bit about what the channel's about. Anything to do with powerlifting, bodybuilding, strongman, stuff like that. I just want to get some stuff out there about what I think, what you guys think, all that type of stuff. And first, I guess I'll do a little intro about myself and talk about what I'm about, how I got started, stuff like that. I've always been in and out of the gym throughout high school. I was never the strongest. I thought I was. I wasn't at all. And I started lifting. I love lifting heavy, but I got away from that a little bit. In my junior year, I started doing bodybuilding, and I did my first bodybuilding competition. It was worth it. I loved it all the way up till my show, and it was very fulfilling. But at the same time, I hated dieting. It wasn't comfortable for me. I like eating, obviously. Anyone who's a bodybuilder can understand that. But after that, my buddy Tom Callis, he was also a bodybuilder at the time, and he decided that he wanted to get into powerlifting. I was a little leery of it. I didn't want to do it. Finally, he got me to do my first meet in I think it was December last year, the year 2013, and I ended up doing well. I think I wanted to pull 500, squat 4 something, and I wanted to get a 245 bench, which are generally low numbers if you're a beginner, but I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not strong. I'm still getting there. I put on 40 pounds this year, so hopefully that'll help my total. What I wanted to talk about in these upcoming videos is what there is to come. This is just the intro, talk a little bit about myself, and tell you what this is about. And what I want to talk about in upcoming videos, there's random stuff that I want to talk about. There's getting tight and getting tight in your bench, your squat, your anything. I found that being tight is a major thing when you're trying to do heavy lifts. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk a little bit about supplements, what kind of supplements work, what for you. It's all basically what I'm going to talk about is finding what you need, what works for you. Also, I'm going to talk about some legends, powerlifting, Ed Coan, stuff like that. We'll throw some numbers out there, what he's done for the powerlifting game. We'll also talk about like programming, if you think programming works. If it doesn't, I know there's a few methods out there. There's Lilbridge method, there's Q method, there's 531. We'll talk about all those, and everyone loves talking about steroids, so I figured we talk a little bit about that. Although I don't know much about them because I can't be on them. I mean, I'm in the Air Force. Oh, that's something I didn't mention in my intro. The reason that I got off track for powerlifting for a while is because I joined the Air Force in February last year. And something else I want to talk about, there's going to be a video on geared lifters versus raw lifters. There's still some people get confused sometimes. They say, oh, geared lifters, they're not strong. There's one guy in particular that draws my attention, and that's a guy named Dave Hoff. We'll talk a little bit about him. We'll talk about the importance of accessory work and stuff like that. You can you can squat, deadlift, and bench and still not gain size. And there's some people, I'm not going to mention any names, but they're strong as fuck, but they're not putting any size on, and it's not going to help them in the long run. We'll also talk about an event coming up this next weekend. It's the Cage, which is in Columbus, Ohio, at the Arnold Classic. And for you guys that don't know what the Cage is, a bunch of fucking freaks come in this cage and they just do ridiculous lifts. Richard Hawthorne, the Ant's gonna be there. I think he's the 135 weight class and he can deadlift 600. Stuff like that. There's also gonna be people from Team Lilbridge over there. I know Derek Kendall's gonna be there. My buddy Tom Callis is going to be there. I think he's going to go for a 750 squat. Just ridiculous numbers. It should be pretty fun. So that's it for now. Hopefully I get a video up in the next few days. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Jake Bjornby. It's a really simple name, right? You can spell Bjornby, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's BJORNEBY. If you didn't catch that, then I don't know. Maybe I'll have to follow you first. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, no, no, no.